This is War of the Roses on 101.3 KDWB.
Before we get started, I just want to say every Thursday for 15 years,
15?
I, Dave, have started War of the Roses with some clever little bit of shtick or something like that. I'm done. I'm tired of me. You're tired of you. Turn it over to you to start War of the Roses this week. What do you got? Good start.
How's it going?
Good. I
you
like it.
roses? I think they're okay.
Okay,
good. I mean, I wouldn't even want roses. I mean, I like peonies better, personally.
I see what you did there. Okay, good.
Like a dahlia, maybe.
A what?
Dahlia.
Okay.
Another
you know what?
beautiful
Forget
summer.
it. I revoke your license. You
Spring flower.
Suck at this. Let me get started.
Not even arguing with that.
Hey, Alisha, how are you?
Hi.
We're just trying to change things up a little bit.
Yep.
Your War of the Roses is different because it's based on some real hard evidence. A lot of the time it's like, no, maybe, I'm not sure. Tell me what's been going on with you and your boyfriend. His name is James. What's been going on that make you think that he's up to something that he shouldn't be doing?
Well, the thing is, like, he's been playing basketball. He says he's been playing basketball every Sunday, right, for the past 2 weeks with a group of guys. And it's been like, he goes for like several hours. You know, he goes a lot, actually, but every Sunday also he goes to play basketball. But, like, you know, we both have an Apple Watch, right? And you know, it basically tracks your activity and all that kind of stuff. And I just thought it was kind of weird because it's not like he hasn't really been losing weight, and he's kind of not super skinny or anything. And so I was like, I don't know, it just something was like a little weird. So I kind of checked on his phone because it's connected to his iPhone, and I actually have his password or passcode to his phone. So I kind of checked on it one day to see, you know, how much, you know, if he's been losing weight, if he's been burning calories, blah blah blah. And I looked at it, and it didn't have any activity on it. Like, it logged it, and it's supposed to log it on the Apple Watch, and it didn't have any activity connected.
And he's telling you he's playing basketball, which is usually high energy, so it should definitely show some activity.
There's a graph. I've got an Apple Watch, too, so I think it's the activity one is red, and so it'll show like a little graph of everything from your heart rate to your calories burned and all that. So
I have mine on all the time, you know, and it's like and it also shows you if you're standing up or if you're not standing up. You know, it tells you if you're burning calories if you're just standing up.
Wait a second.
Even say that
is he laying down? Is he sitting when he's supposed to be playing basketball?
I don't know, but I don't know. I asked him about it, and he said he takes it off. But I'm like, why would you take your Apple Watch, which is like an activity tracker, if you're trying to like keep track of what you're doing and like how many calories you're burning? It doesn't make any sense to me.
No.
No, totally. I mean, I always make sure if I get on the treadmill or go for a run, I always make sure I got my watch on, and then I always remember to start the activity tracker, because you can start an activity like elliptical or indoor walk or outdoor run or whatever.
You purposely walk in place just so you can watch your activity on there.
I did that yesterday.
Yeah, you did.
I may have walked in place during a meeting yesterday. It distracted.
We're sitting there being very professional, coming up with a great idea for the show, and here's Dave in the corner. I just walked 0.6 miles.
0.66.
Okay, sorry. Congratulations.
Okay, now, when we call him, if you still want to go through with this, Alisha, we'll call him and we'll offer him, you know, hey, we're going to send a dozen red roses, romantic roses, to anybody you want to. I mean, are you guys in the relationship where it's serious enough there's no question that he should send them to you?
Yeah, I mean, we've been together at least 2 years, so I would be very shocked if he doesn't send it to me.
Okay.
And I can't believe I'm doing this either.
No, I get it. I mean, you don't sound there. I'll be honest with you. Can just you and I talk? Can we talk just you and I? There's some people who are on War of the Roses where it's like, yep, they sound like your stereotypical War of the Roses people. You sound brighter, and I know that sounds mean to everybody else who's been on War of the Roses.
David.
But I'm sorry, it's the truth. You sound way brighter than your typical, pretty sure I caught him naked out in the backyard with a girl and he might be cheating.
Okay.
So, all right. Stay there.
I haven't seen any of that.
Okay, if you do, then that's a red flag.
Red flag. Thanks, Dave.
Well, stay there, Alisha. We'll be back and we'll call him up and see what's going on, okay?
Okay.
Alan, you want to wrap this one up or anything? Would you like to know?
What do you think? Call us.
That's what we need to do. You got to call us and let us know, because we're going to take phone calls, and you tell us, is that enough evidence to convict? Is he going to send the roses to somebody else? You know what got me was that he takes the Apple Watch off while he's playing basketball. If you have a fitness tracker, that's the last thing you're going to do, because that's one of the reasons why you have it.
Mm-hmm.
But could you make an argument that maybe he, I don't know, doesn't want to break it? Or, I don't know. What do you think? Will he send them to Alisha?
I hope so.
Or to somebody else? Call and let me know. Let's talk about this. And have you been through this before, too? Maybe you snooped and found out that your boyfriend's activity tracker is not registering when he's supposedly at 651-989-KDWB. You can also text us at KDWB1. Coming right back on KDWB. War of the Roses, KDWB. There's a lot of people who are going on both sides. Mm-hmm. Yes, I wear my fitness tracker every time I go to the gym, when I play basketball, when I'm lifting weights or whatever. And then there's other people who go, no, I take mine off. There's somebody on the phone right now. I want to say your name right. How do you say your name? It starts with a B and you're from Blaine. What is your name?
Basart.
Basart. I like it. Basart, tell me, what do you think is going on? Has he got a legit reason for taking his watch off?
So, from personal experience, I have broken my Fitbit twice playing basketball. I normally keep it on when I go on runs outside, on the treadmill, while I'm working out, just to track my activity and my heart rate.
Yeah.
But I've started taking it off every time I play basketball, because I've broken it twice by just contact with other guys out on the court.
Okay. You know, and that kind of makes sense.
I get it when I take, if I jump in a pool from swimming, I'll take my Apple Watch off, because I think it's supposed to be waterproof a little bit.
But you don't trust
I don't
it?
trust
Yeah,
it.
I totally agree. Yeah, I think the 2 Series is supposed to be, but I do the same
wouldn't
thing.
trust it, yeah.
Thank you, Basart. I appreciate it. Juan is on the phone. Do you think that he's cheating, or do you think that she's just being a little bit overly paranoid, Juan?
I think she's she's being over paranoid in this case. Like the last guy said, I take my Fitbit off every single time I'm doing something that's sport related. If I'm at the gym, it's different. But if I'm playing baseball or basketball, take it off, because, like you said, it breaks. It's just not worth the.
Okay, if everyone's consensus is this piece of crap thing breaks when you actually use it for activity, why is anyone buying this thing?
Yeah.
What is the point of the Apple Watch?
I don't play aggressive sports. I mean, I leave the most aggressive thing I do is snowboarding, and I leave it on, but it's not really in danger.
It's kind of covered by your glove and coat.
I wear it when I play basketball. I mean, I don't have a problem with it.
When do you play basketball?
By myself. No, I played like twice in the last 6 months.
I was going to say.
My dad told me, was it my dad? My dad wouldn't wear a ring because he did a lot of work with tools and machines and things like that. And he would not wear his wedding ring. And he had a legit reason. And it was because he was worried that it would a machine would grab the ring and pull his finger off.
Oh,
and then somebody told me, God, I forget where I heard this, but somebody went to dunk playing basketball one time.
I don't want to hear it. Keep it to yourself.
And you know exactly how that story ended. So there's that. Let's get our final answer from Bobby over in St. Paul. Hi, Bobby.
Hey there.
What do you think? What's going on? Is he cheating? Is she being paranoid? What do you think?
I think she's being paranoid, because my husband does basketball leagues on Sundays, and they don't even let them wear jewelry. Like, to even wear his ring, he has to wear, like, tape over it or, like, a finger strap. So I think she's just being paranoid.
Okay. Now, she seems pretty convinced that there's nothing going on, that there's no activity, so he's not playing basketball. She didn't say there's any other signs, so let's find out what happens when we make the phone call on War of the Roses on KDWB.
Thank you so much for your time today, James. We're going to get you a dozen long stem romantic roses. We'll ship them with our company today. And, of course, we'll have to get the mailing info from you. So who would you like to send these to? I need a first and last name, please.
What are you doing?
We're shipping out. We're taking the survey today. We're going to send out a dozen long stem romantic roses for you. And you just tell us who you'd like to send them to.
I don't know. Send them. I'm going to send them to Libby.
Cool. And you can attach a note with the flowers if you want when we send those. What would you like that to say?
Looking forward to seeing you soon.
Okay.
So, Callan, do you want to take over this part of the show, too? Do you want to do this part of the War of the Roses when we explain what's really going on?
No. I like when you do it because you're so smooth.
But I'm not.
I know you're like,
James, let me try to let you down in the easiest way possible. This whole thing has been kind of a scam.
What?
Yeah.
Who's this?
Well, my name is Dave Ryan, and I work at KDWB, radio station here in the Twin Cities. And that woman that you thought was from your cable company is actually Fallon from the radio station. And we were put up to this to test you to see if you would send roses to Alisha or to someone else. And it looks like you sent them to somebody else. But according to Alisha, you guys are dating.
Yeah. What does that have? I'm totally confused. What's going on?
Alisha called us. And she said, I want to put James to the test to see whether you would send roses to her or to somebody else. And she didn't know who else you might send them to, but she got suspicious. And here to tell you why she was suspicious is Alisha. Yeah, holy. Alisha, do you want to talk to James and explain to him? And by the way, I'm sure you're a little bit shocked right now.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk to James and tell him why you're doing this?
Are you kidding me? Why would you send roses to your boss? Like, what?
Listen, I mean,
that's your boss?
Yeah, I was gonna say, who's Libby, and now Libby is your boss.
Yeah, Libby is my boss, and so listen, I had to have sex with her. Like, you know, she was all, you know, hot over me, and like I had to do it.
What? Wait, what? You had sex with her?
Listen, I had to save my job. Like, I didn't want to get fired at work.
Are you kidding me? What do you save your job?
She was trying to blackmail me, and so, you know, it's like, I mean, I don't know, like, what was I supposed to do? I couldn't, like, lose my job over this.
Wait a second. Wait.
You wanted to have sex with you because you're hot or something?
What is she? Can I ask a couple of questions? Why would your boss insist on having sex with you and blackmail you? What do you mean by that?
I mean, she basically won't, you know, she won't let me leave the spot until, like, she didn't want the, you know, she basically held it over my head because she knew I was with Alisha, and so she's basically, you know, trying to blackmail me, and so, I mean, now I can,
So she's basically saying she's going to fire you if you don't have sex with her?
Pretty much.
That's not real. That's not real.
No, that's how it works.
One of the top dumbest excuses I've heard on War of the Roses.
Well, we did have the guy that said he got abducted by aliens, so there is that one, too.
I don't know. This is comparable.
Okay, so wait a second. I mean, could this happen in real life? Could it happen where a guy is forced by his female boss to hook up, or she's going to fire him? Is it possible?
It totally happened.
I can't believe this is happening. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Alisha, that's how it worked out. Like,
there's so much. If she was doing that, find another job. It's that easy, you know, or expose her or something. You don't sleep with her unless you wanted to.
Alisha, listen. I mean, like when you first met me, like, what was the first thing you wanted to do? Like, you told me you just wanted to have sex. And, like, I mean, I've dealt with this my whole adult life. You know, when you're attractive, it's like people just kind of, that's what they want to do.
All right, okay.
And that's
done with you. Done with you. Done with you. So he's so attractive that people throw themselves at him all the time. And here's his boss that's saying, hey, you're going to sleep with me or there could be repercussions. What? Wow.
I have no idea.
I mean, you hear about that, but you know what? I mean, doesn't it make you think you hear about that in real life in the other side of things? You know what I mean? With guys who will say, like, well, you really want to keep your job, then you're going to have to do this and this. And that's what women are all upset about right now, and because people are coming out about it. But can it happen the other way, too? Are we being ridiculous? Are we being like, oh, you're a guy, that never happens, and if it did, you love it anyway? I mean, are we being ridiculous?
Maybe a little bit,
but he being ridiculous?
But I'm going to say, in this case, I don't think it's in every case. I'm sure this has happened to men. But in this case, I think he's being ridiculous. I didn't believe him at all.
I thought for sure when people started saying, we got so many text messages and phone calls that say, I take my Apple Watch or my Fitbit off whenever I do volleyball, basketball, baseball, whatever. I thought for sure, oh, well, this is stupid. This is going nowhere. But then he did send them not only to the wrong person.
He then admitted it.
And then he not only admitted it, but then said he's sleeping with her because he has to. What do you think? Is that even a thing? Have you ever, if you know a guy or you are a guy that's ever been pressured by somebody who's like, you know what? You really want this job here at Minute Lube, you better, like, take your pants off right now.
Yeah, but
has it happened?
I'm sure it has, but the Minute Lube, you're not going to send flowers to her, though, to the Minute Lube boss.
That's a good point. If somebody is doing that, unless there's something, unless you really like her.
Exactly, because if you're getting blackmailed, it's something you don't want to be doing.
Good point, Steve.
You wouldn't then be like, oh, here you go, person.
War of the Roses on KDWB. KDWB.